What's going on, everybody? Josh Edstedt here again. Got another video coming to you today. Today we're going to be talking about mixing natural light with flash. So when you're out in the bright sunlight, you can overpower some of the harsh sun, the sunlight coming onto the model's face, creating bad shadows. So we're going to kind of play with that today, show you some tips on how to get more pleasing light when you're shooting with your model out in harsh sunlight, but also mixing that flash with the natural light. My favorite thing to do is what I try to strive for is actually trying to use the flash outside, but actually still make it look like as natural light as possible. That's just kind of my style that I like to do. So it's a little bit more pleasing to me. Today we got my beautiful model here, Miss Taylor.
Hi guys.
She is wonderful. We've worked together before a couple times, and she's great.
I'm excited.
Where can they find you on Instagram?
Taylor_Bootsma.
Yeah, go check her workout. It's amazing. I'm gonna put her Instagram right here.
Right here.
Yeah, right there. So be sure to go check that out. Go follow her. And then, yeah, we're just gonna get into it. First tip for you guys on mixing natural light with flash is expose for your background. It's just an easier way to dial in your settings. So right now I've got my shutter speed set to 1/2500th of a second. I'm at f1.8 and ISO 100. You want that your ISO to be as low as it can possibly go while getting the most dynamic range. One thing I learned a long time ago is when you go beneath ISO 100 on your cameras, you lose some dynamic range. So keeping it at 100 is going to get you the most dynamic range. So yeah, like I said, 1/2500th of a second, f1.8 because I like my bokeh, and then ISO 100. And the shot we're getting right now, it's decently well lit. Like, it's not bad, but once we add that flash in, it just adds a little bit of fill on her, and that's all I'm looking for when I'm using my flash. That's a good way to balance your natural light with flash, is to just to use it almost as just like a fill light. All right, so when I'm shooting with guys today, I've got my A7 IV paired with the Samyang 135 1.8. So we're going for some good compression and crazy bokeh today. All right, let's see, 1, 2, beautiful, love that. 1, 2, gorgeous. And we chose this spot because we've got some good leading lines here. We got the sidewalk, but we also got the long palm trees here too. There, 1, 2. Beautiful. Give me a look towards the light. Yep, the main light here. Like, oh, that. Yeah, the flash. She's looking at the sun. like the sun. Like, look at it. Yep. 1, 2. Ooh. Beautiful. I know it can be a little blinding. Like, you haven't worked with flash too much, have you? No. No? Oh, all right. Yeah. It's looking good on you. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. If you take a few steps back, right about there, and then, yeah, once you get to this crack, it's probably when I'll take the shot. All right. Let's see. Wait. Wait for me, and then go. Perfect. Love that. So guys, you could go even more. So I've got the background exposed, like I said, for kind of mixing the natural light with the flash to kind of mimic natural light. So the background, or the sky is still slightly blown out, but if you wanted like the pure blue skies, which we're not going to get right now because the sun's behind her. And the reason we have the sun behind her is we're using it as a rim light. So that's another tip, is when you're mixing everything, always have the sun behind your subject to act as a rim light. Because if you're blasting them in the face with the sun and then adding flash to that, there's not going to be any real good way of getting that light balanced correctly. And then the other part of that is when you are in the bright sunlight, the best thing to do, put your model in the shadow and then introduce light. That way you're balancing out the background and then you're adding the flash to get in there. So to get to where you need to get to, so like I said, you expose for your background. I'm at 1/25 2500th of a second, f1.8, ISO 100. And then from there, I'm just gonna dial in my flash settings and just add power as I need it. So from what I've gotten to is I'm at 1/4 of a power now, because we are outside and it is such bright light right now. So the brighter it is, the more power you're going to need to combat that sun. That's why I'm using the Flashpoint 600 watt system, and it gives me enough power to overpower the sun. Let's get a few more shots right here. All right. And right there, beautiful. Love that. Give me that one, like back that way again. Yep. All right, 1, 2. Let's see. Beautiful. Love that. Kind of sit you kind of right here. We're gonna bring this a little closer. We're gonna bring it right about here. Ugh. Okay. So, good. So the next kind of tip I got for you guys is when you're shooting with your flash outside, a lot of people always ask about white balance. I set mine to daylight white balance because that's what the flash is balanced to. It's like 5600 Kelvin. So I'll show you guys the difference. I'm going to go to auto white balance, take a couple shots, and then I'll switch back to daylight balance and show you the difference. All right, 1, 2. Beautiful. So the difference to me in my eyes, and it might just be a me thing, is auto white balance tends to warm things up a little bit too much for me in the skin tones. And then when you go to daylight, go ahead and turn your body a little bit more towards me, right there. Perfect. The daylight helps take that away. Yeah, and it looks it just looks more natural. Beautiful. I love that. A little dirty. All right, 1, 2. Beautiful. What?
It's an awkward position.
Good. Like maybe since you've got it's a long dress. Yeah.
Oh my dogs,
They're so crispy. Let's see. All right, 1, 2. Beautiful. I'm gonna squeeze back just a little bit more since I am on such a long focal length here. 1, 2. There we go. That's gorgeous. Beautiful. So the next tip for you guys is kind of where to position your light on all this. Is you want it maybe 4 to 5 feet from your subject, and then you want it up high and pointed down at about 45 degrees. Same with like the positioning of the light, where it's going to be is about 45 degrees from your subject. But you want it up that high because what that does is it almost mimics what natural sunlight does. So it just makes it more pleasing to the eye. If you bring it too close, you get a little too much drop off on the shadows, and it looks very unnatural to the eye. So about 4 to 5 feet away from your subject, and then up high and pointed down at them. It's going to be the most flattering light. All right. 1, 2. Just wanted that. Let's see. Let's go. There, 1, 2. Beautiful. That looks really good, actually. All right. So 1, 2. Oh, these are gorgeous right here. 1, 2. Kind of maybe I grab the arm there. There you go. There. 1, 2. Give me a look out like 45 that way, almost towards the light a little bit. Right there. All right, 1, 2. Beautiful. Love that. I'm gonna get a full body shot here now. I've got to go way back here. All right. 1, 2. Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So I know some people are going to have questions on like why I'm shooting at such a high shutter speed. That's because I'm not using an ND filter, and what enables me to do that is high speed sync. So that allows me to go above the sync speed of, it's typically 1/250th of a second, and that allows me to bump my shutter speed up and shoot at a low aperture to still get that bokeh background. Now if you don't have high speed sync on your flash, I'm gonna do a couple shots of, we'll go down to 1/250th of a second and probably bring it to like f5.6, f6, somewhere around there to compensate for the brightness when you're not using an ND filter. So we're gonna take a few shots like that and kind of show you the difference there, but it can still be done when you're not using high speed sync. All right, so just stand right on there, just like that, yep. Perfect, 1, 2. So that one's a little overblown there, so I probably need to go take a test shot here. We're gonna have to go up quite a bit, probably. Yeah, we're looking at about, so we're looking at about f11 to kind of compensate for that. Gives you a different look on the background than the blurred out background. You can still get really pleasing photos, but just keep in mind that everything in the background is going to be in focus compared to when you're shooting with a lower aperture. There. 1, 2. Beautiful. Love that. Give me kind of like some of these. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2. Beautiful. So hold that position there, and I'm going to go back to f1.8, 1/2500th of a second, show you guys the exact difference here. 1, 2. Beautiful. But look right at me when you're doing it, right there. Try to get as close to that first shot. Yeah. So I'll be able to show a good difference on what we're doing there. So like I said, guys, it can still be done when you don't have high speed sync. You're just going to lose a bit of that bokeh in the background. All right. So yeah, as you guys are dialing your settings, once you have your settings on your camera set in for exposing for your background, don't need to touch those again at all. All you need to do is adjust your flash power, just raise it up or down. I usually start from the lowest power and just kind of work my way up until it looks what I want it to look like, till it looks good, basically. So yeah, just once you got your settings out of them, don't touch them again, and just adjust the flash as you need it. All right, go. All right, 1, 2. Beautiful. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. There. 1, 2. Beautiful. Oh, it had some eye closed there. All right, 1, 2. Chin up a little bit. Oh, there, 1, 2. Beautiful. As you're getting full body, you want to you want to point your light down a little bit more so you can try and get her whole body lit up, because right now you guys can see there should be some drop off that would come to her legs, but we want to be able to light it up properly. So I'm going to point it down just a little bit more. Go. All right, right about there. And we'll just stay at that crack, and we'll do some full body shots. All right. 1, 2. Let's see what we're looking like here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. 1, 2. Beautiful. Kind of maybe do like cross your legs there, and then maybe grab that back arm like that. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2. Beautiful. Give me a look towards the light. There we go. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, guys, so hopefully that kind of helps you learn how to mix natural light with flash. Gave a few tips that I know that I've used getting the shots that I get. I want to thank my gorgeous model Taylor here. She was wonderful as always. Don't forget to subscribe. Go follow her at
Taylor_Bootsma.
at that place right here. Yeah, go follow her. Like I said, beautiful work. Don't forget, grab my presets if you can, and subscribe.